Hey you guys, my name is Michelle and this is Michelle's Media Musings, aka M3. This is where I talk about things that I'm watching, reading, listening to in the media. So we've talked a lot about books so far, and today I want to do a little bit of TV talk. Let's talk a little bit about kind of what I've been watching. I had to turn the air on, so I don't know if you can hear it, but y'all gotta bear with me because it is hot. It is hot. Okay. So the first thing that I watched, the movie Young, Wild, Free on BT Plus. It has Algee and then it has Capri in it. And I love them both, you know, Algee from New Edition. Like that whole New Edition cast is just, I love seeing them in other stuff because it's like, oh, I know you. And also, I'll probably say this a million times on this channel, but I just love seeing beautiful black people on my screen, men and women. Like I just love it. And so Algee, you know, he's cute. He's nice to look at. And then Capri, you know, that's my girl from On My Block, which is one of my favorite TV shows. Favorite, like all time almost. Just because it was so good. But anyways, they're in this new movie, and Mike Epps is in it, and Sanaa Lathan is in it. So let me tell you a little bit about like what's it about. Brandon is the guy, and he is, you know, just dealing with a lot of stuff. You know, his mom is dealing with some mental health stuff. You know, she don't be taking care. I mean, she be working, you know, but she don't. She be in the bed a lot. You know, it's one of those. Like she be in the bed a lot. She don't tend to the children as much as she should be. So that leaves Brandon, the older brother, to step in. He has two younger siblings, and he's just going through it. You know, he's a senior in school. He's just trying to graduate. He's, you know, he's a little bit delinquent. He be having meetings with the guidance counselor. The guidance counselor be trying to get him on track and things like that. So one day, he is in this convenience store. He trying to steal a pack of ramen noodles for his siblings so they can eat. They ain't got no food. And in walks Capri, aka her name is Cassidy. In walks our girl, and she is just, first of all, fly. She's fly in this hook. Like throughout the movie, she is, whoever was on wardrobe for her, A+. She walks in, but she got a mask on, like a ski mask on. So she's walking through this store, you know, touching stuff, opening stuff up, just acting reckless. Eventually, she ends up pulling out a pew pew and robs the place. They kind of have a little moment, a little interaction, and she kisses him, which is like kind of crazy. And then she leaves. She like pops up again where he is, and you know, things kind of go from there. You know, it kind of gives like Bonnie and Clyde, to where, you know, they are committing crimes together and doing all that stuff, just living young, wild, and free. In terms of like the performances, I thought they were great. I didn't have any concerns about Algee or Sierra, just because, like I said, I'm familiar with their work, and these roles seem to be kind of in line with things that they've done. Algee, you know, he's been in Euphoria, he's been in The Hate You Give, so I was expecting him to do fine. And Sierra, I haven't seen her in anything else besides On My Block, so I was really interested to see how she was gonna do. And at first, when she like walked in and like robbed the convenience store, at first I wasn't sure, because the person who robbed that convenience store, like, that girl is a baddie. Like, she was dressed, like I said, and just attitude. Like, I just wasn't sure. From that scene alone, I wasn't quite sure. But as it went on, her character just seemed to be very fun and kind of carefree. And like, I feel like she did a good job with that. Obviously, I don't know her, but her personality and from, what she did in On My Block, it seemed to go well. And I really liked just kind of like the carefreeness that she brought, and just the laughter and the giggling, I really liked that. So I thought she did great. Now, Sanaa Lathan as the mama, from the trailer, when I seen the mama in that blonde wig, when I seen Sanaa in that blonde wig, I was like, Sanaa, like, what is this? And I'm thinking, is this where we are? Like, is this where we are? It makes you feel old. Like, you playing the mamas now. Like those are the roles. I mean, and of course, like, in Hollywood, there probably aren't too many, roles that black women her age, I think she might be over 50, I'm not sure. There's probably not too many roles, that they're trying to give out. It's all about the young, the wild, and the free. So, I just was like, okay, what you gonna do? What are we going to do in this role? I was thinking, like, girl, no, like, you still got it. Like, you can play the hot, I don't know, like the hot middle-aged woman. But like I said, they're probably not making too much stuff for people, for older, like middle-aged, 40s and up, 50 and up, hot black women, So I was like, okay, let's see what's gonna happen, see what we're gonna do. And to my surprise, I feel like she did really good. They had a few scenes with her and Algee, her son, and she was very, like, charismatic and animated, and I think she, like, really stepped into her role, like, really nicely. I think that's just the type of character that the mom was. I think she played it well. A lot of those moms, I'm thinking back to, like, Brotherly Love with Keke Palmer and what's the guy's name? Corey Hardrick, and how that mama was, and how she was kind of laid up and depressed, and you could go different routes with that character, those types of characters. Like, sometimes those characters can be mean and just very not present. But the mom in this movie, the way Sanaa Lathan played it, she was fun. It kind of, you could tell, like, she had a life before whatever it is that's going on with her, whatever it is that has plagued her. She was a person, or she still is a person, and she still has life in her, and she has aspirations, and she wants to do things, but she may be crippled by whatever she's dealing with, whatever mental illness she might be dealing with, and also her man. And her man is played by Mike Epps, and he is kind of like a bad influence on her. So, I mean, she's still a hood mama, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I just think she did really good. I was proud, and I was like, okay, if the mamas is going to be like that, then okay, I guess you can play the mamas. I guess you could play the mamas. Now, Mike Epps as the boyfriend, he's supposed to be like a villain, especially to Brandon. And he just was not giving that. I'm sorry, like, Mike Epps. Because, obviously, we know Mike Epps as the comedian. But Mike Epps is in a lot of stuff. I could see that he, is trying to maybe do more drama stuff and more like serious things, but this wasn't it. This wasn't it. This wasn't given. This wasn't given what it was supposed to give. That role was really supposed to be like thug, gangster, like hardcore type of person. And Mike Epps wasn't giving that. I'm sorry. Like he ain't quite there. You know, I was thinking more not I think of like Baby Boy and like Snoop Dogg. Like that's almost, you know, the type of energy that we needed. Almost. Snoop Dogg and Baby Boy might have been a little too rough, but we needed just a little bit more, and Mike Epps wasn't given. He wasn't in the movie that much, so it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, I didn't think he was the right person for that role. But you know, it is what it is, and he, you know, he played his role. Now we're going to get into some spoilers for this movie. The ending. So come to find out, Cassidy was a figment of his imagination the entire time, child. She was not real. And, you know, listening to other people's reviews and stuff on this movie, a lot of people seem to have noticed it early on. I didn't. You know, I was just enjoying the movie as it was going on. But, you know, you can tell that there's something off about this girl. There is something off about Cassidy. Again, like I was saying, just how free-spirited and giggly and sweet and fun and go with the flow, you know, she is. I'm thinking, not sure what's going on with her, but there's something going on with her. And I noticed that she had no interactions with no other characters, really. We never really saw her interact, maybe a little in the beginning when she's like playing with the brother and the sister. But other than that, like I expected to like see her, since they like go to the same school, I was expecting to see her in class, maybe interacting with the other students, but you never saw her interact with anybody. So that was probably a dead giveaway for a lot of people. But that twist was crazy to me, and to think that he was doing all of that stuff, all the like crime stuff, he was doing that all himself, robbing the convenience store, beating on the car, stole the car, child, doing that all himself. And it ended up being just a message about mental health and about black, you know, mental health, black male mental health at that. So, you know, that was cool. We don't normally see that. And it was nice to see kind of these different perspectives. It's nice to see these different perspectives on mental health. I'm glad that more people are like talking about this stuff, and that we're able to see it from these different perspectives, like how some people may have entire hallucinations and, you know, be living a life that is totally removed from reality. Throughout the movie, his mom finally goes to see a therapist, and at the end we see her bringing the son to the therapist. So I'm glad that, you know, the son was able to get that. Thankfully, that guidance counselor was like really looking out for him. And so I liked how they showed that. Like, it's like we really need these these teachers, these guidance counselors, these after school workers, or sports coaches, like whatever, somebody. And it just reminds me of when I was in school, I studied child development, and especially studied like adolescence and risky behavior, and how certain things can kind of make children more resilient in times, times like this, times where like they're dealing with mental health, or maybe they live in a bad area, or they're involved in gangs or drugs, or sex, things like that. And just how having a good community, like a good support system, a good whether it be an adult, or whether it be a good like friend group, just having that support can really do a lot to make sure that kids who might be more disadvantaged can have an opportunity at a better life, jobs and education. So that stuff is really important, and I'm glad that we're showing that representation in the media, and how important it is. So it's like, it kind of makes me want to find ways to get involved, find ways to serve as some type of mentor, some type of just support system for youth. And they don't necessarily have to be troubled youth, but we all need a little support and a little encouragement. So yeah, I really liked that. And that's probably why I love young adult and coming of age stories in the media, whether it be a book, whether it be movie, TV. I am just really interested and really fascinated by young people and how they grow and develop, and what sort of things that they're dealing with. Of course, everyone is different, but it's interesting to hear these different stories. And I think it's important that, kids have a space to express what it is that they're going through and what they need. And for us to listen to what they actually need. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Young, Wild, and Free. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. Good characters, good actors. 5 stars. Yeah, I would say 5 stars. Despite the whole Mike Epps thing, I can overlook that. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I really liked it. But yeah, I'm going to finish my hair up. That's all I had to talk to you guys about. If you like talking about books and TV and film and maybe music, especially by Black authors, by Black creators, with Black actors, Black characters, then definitely subscribe. I can't wait to talk about more. Let me know what you guys are watching. Anything good, let me know. I need some recommendations. Like this video if you liked it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.